Hey everyone, welcome to homerecordingmadeeasy.com and learningtomix.com here on my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to try to get caught up on all the questions. I haven't done a questions and coffee with David video in a long time, and I've been backed up, and now I got a bunch of questions. I'm going to do a couple of 2, 3, 4 videos to try to answer some of your guys' questions to help you so I don't have to write out these long emails. So if you want one of your questions answered in an upcoming episode of these Q&A videos or questions and coffee with David, send an email to info@homerecordingmadeeasy.com, and I'll be sure to feature your question in one of these upcoming episodes. So it's info@homerecordingmadeeasy.com. So before we get to the first question, if you like what you see in this video, hit that subscribe button, share it with others. It helps me out tremendously. Also go out to facebook.com/homerecordingmadeeasy and check me out there. And for more tips, tricks, concepts, and training around all aspects of home recording, mixing, and mastering, be sure to go to homerecordingmadeeasy.com. And if you really want to dive deep into the craft of getting better at the craft of mixing, go to learningtomix.com and check out what I have going on with my good buddy and colleague Pete Woj from mixbetternow.com. We have a cool membership training website giving away free plugins, mixing contests, all kinds of free stuff, all kinds of goodies will help you get better at the craft of mixing, I promise. So now let's take a look at question number 1. So question number 1 comes from my buddy Rick. And Rick asks me and says, first of all, I want to thank you for your video series on compression. It has helped me to better understand what is and what it actually does. Very helpful and worth the money. Well, thanks, Rick. I really appreciate it. That's what that series is used for and was created for, to help beginners get better and understand the basic fundamentals of compression. Second, you have a lot of information about plugins. Can you tell me if universal audio plugins require their audio interface in order to operate? Or is it just a sales pitch bundle idea? I am very interested in their 55 Fender Deluxe plugin, but at that price, I don't want to be stuck with a plugin that does not work with my hardware, and I am sure they are not as snobby as Apple. But it's better to ask someone who knows. Thanks for taking the time to respond. Thanks, Rick. Well, the thing about Universal Audio is, yes, you need their hardware. And I've done a whole series of videos about Universal Audio and their hardware. You can go out to, where is it? My YouTube channel. Check out the playlist, the Universal Audio series playlist. There is a whole bunch of videos. The very first episode, I talk about the whole Universal Audio ecosystem and the hardware. But the short answer is yes, you either need one of their interfaces, like an Apollo, whether it be the Apollo desktop unit, whether it's a rack unit, or you need their satellite systems, which are either connected through USB or Thunderbolt. You have to have their hardware to run any of their plugins on. It's a wonderful system, wonderful investment. Check my YouTube channel. I got tons of videos about them explaining the whole system. So you cannot just buy one of their plugins and run it off of your computer. It will not work. So I hope that answers your question. If you have any other questions, send it in, Rick, and I'd be glad to help you through it. But go check out my recent videos on Universal Audio, because it'll clear up probably all the questions that you have. So thanks for writing in. Now let's go to question number 2. Question number 2 comes from Paul from YouTube. And Paul writes in, hello, my name is Paul. I am a guitar player and I wish to start learning how to use my AudioBox 96 interface for recording my guitar playing as well as my singing with a mic. I have a Studio One 3 artist, and I am currently in the stage of watching and learning about Studio One via your YouTube channel. I am currently on video number 6 of the PreSonus Studio One training videos that you currently have. I am very raw and starting my learning curve. Do you have a video that shows how to get started recording, meaning plugging in your guitar and your microphone and doing an actual song creation step by step, so as to mock simulate a guitarist ready to play and sing, aiming, starting, recording, and recording? I hope this is making sense. This is an overwhelming amount of information, and I realize there is a lot of trial and error. I'm just trying to get pointed in the right direction as a beginner. Well, Paul, I have just the video for you. Yes. First of all, thank you for watching my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching the PreSonus Studio One Beginner's Guide series. I think it's 13 videos on YouTube free. If you're new to Studio One, go check that out. It'll walk you through how to load your software and get started in Studio One. But your question is more about recording. Go out to homerecordingmadeeasy.com, go to the training course page and pick up the title, Recording in Studio One Made Easy, where I do exactly what you just described. Show you how to hook up your interface, how to plug guitars in, how to record an electric guitar, an acoustic guitar, a bass, a vocal, a MIDI keyboard, and we even do a little bit of drum creation with the program Easy Drummer 2. So that's the title that you want. It's called Recording in Studio One Made Easy. It'll help you, Paul, get up and running, and then once you get above and beyond that, hit me back up and I can suggest other titles for you. So that is the answer to your question. So good luck. Thanks for your support and thanks for writing in. If you have any other questions, Paul, be sure to hit me up and I will try to help you along the way. Okay, so let's go over now to question number 3 and then we'll end this video. This question comes in from David from YouTube, and David writes in, Dave, let me start by saying I'm a huge fan of your videos and you have helped me immensely with my home recording ventures. Dave, thank you so much. I'm so glad my videos are helping you and I appreciate the kind words. I'll cut to the chase. I am running Studio One Professional on an iMac with a Focusrite Scarlett 18i20 interface. I ran the PreSonus monitor station for a while for my headphone mixes, but I am trying to switching over to a Samson headphone amp. I didn't know if you can help me with my issue since it's mainly a Focusrite routing problem. I am using the Scarlett Mix Control and I cannot get my routing connected correctly to give me a custom headphone mix that the software supposedly is capable of doing. I know this is not a Studio One issue. However, I trust your expertise and I've watched your YouTube videos with little results. Thank you for your time. Well, Dave, thanks for writing in. Yes, most of my stuff on YouTube and stuff is going to be around PreSonus and Universal Audio because I don't use Focusrite. However, I know the Focusrite software that you're talking about, the mix control. As a matter of fact, there was a point in time where I used to have a couple of Focusrite interfaces. I forget which ones I had, the Pro 40 something or another, the 8-channel interfaces. Great interfaces, great preamps. The reason why I got rid of those interfaces and went to Universal Audio originally and then eventually back to my PreSonus Studio Live is I hated that mix control software. To me, it was extremely confusing. All the audio routing, it was a real pain in the rear, if you know what I mean. And I eventually got so fed up with it, I got rid of them. Now, I know people that use Focusrite, and I know people use that software and they have excellent results. I think they took something that could have been really, really cool, and they made it so difficult that the average person can't figure it out. And I was even on the phone with the Sweetwater sales engineer that sold me the Focusrite units, and we couldn't even get it figured out without getting Focusrite involved. It was a mess. So I'm not telling you have to sell your interface because the Focusrite interfaces are really, really good. The preamps are great, and for the money, they sound fantastic. However, you're probably better off not doing headphone mixes in the way of software like that with something with the interface. If you're using Studio One Professional on an iMac, you should be able to do everything through the Q mixes in Studio One to get headphone mixes, and there's tons of videos online on how to do it. I don't have a specific one for that because I don't use Studio One in that way, but I know it can be done. You may want to check out the Home Studio Trainer. My good friend Johnny Geib knows that Q-Mix thing inside and out in Studio One, and I'm sure can help you. So go over to the Home Studio Trainer, check him out on YouTube, check him out on Facebook. Johnny Geib's his name if you don't already know him. He will help you out with this thing with the Q-Mixes in Studio One. That's what I would do. I wouldn't try to use the Focusrite software because I couldn't figure it out. So I'm not surprised to hear you had difficulties with it as well. It's the reason why I sold my Focusrite interfaces going back several years. But the hardware itself is good stuff, but the software is a pain. So I hope that answers your question. Dave, thanks again for writing in. Any other questions, hit me up and I'll be sure to help you. So that is it for this particular episode of Questions and Coffee with Dave. My name's been David Wignola with Home Recording Made Easy and LearningToMix.com. Again, if you want one of your questions answered in an upcoming video, send it to info@homerecordingmadeeasy.com. Go to my website, hit the contact button. You can send it to me through there. I'll be sure to help you. And until the next video, I will see you guys all soon. Take care.